It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bills and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. Back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try the left side. Conway. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fights off the defender. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run once more with Edwards. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after the on 1st down. Looking to throw. Howard. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd and 10. To the right side, this is Edwards. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in.
Touchdown, Raiders! From 8 yards out. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-0 Vegas. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bills ready to take over. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On play action, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Allen going to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Allen. And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now Allen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Up the middle they go. Conway. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. A lot of time for this shoot. the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's 2nd and 10. That's Strong bringing it in on the out route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Looking to throw. Howard. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. He finds his man, complete. It's Franklin. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DB. Extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Edwards. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Seven, our score after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Again, it's Edwards. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Had the option to hand that one off and run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Here's Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and a yard. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 6 yards away. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Ball start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the move to his left. Now Howard looking to throw on 2nd down. Guy's man complete over the middle. That's Cockrell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll go with a keeper. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
Now that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up third down.
It's a quarterback sneak. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The kick by Carlson is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. He's going to loft one, deep left side here.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of first.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, the turnover fest at the 42-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And here's Allen.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms.
to find out who advances to the divisional round. Let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Gets it to Strong. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great effort there. 33 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
A give for Edwards running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
142 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Howard. That's complete to Cobb. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Howard. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Howard now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, starting with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They'll run on first down. Conway shoves him away. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
And while it didn't work, I really can't fault him for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And his kick is indeed good, and that gets him back within 10.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Taken at the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the handoff, Edwards. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some... It appears, at least on this drive.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Hyde. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen under pressure, and they got to him again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he is caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Conway. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Got a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Second down, goal to go. And they'll run again. And this time he's in for a Buffalo touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raiders heading out to take over. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Edwards. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They run with Edwards. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Let's do this, man.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Get through here, baby.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to swell the lead to 6. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw is Allen. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.